Today we are removing this. This is the Zenith updraft. Oh, look at this. Yeah, even pre-war oil is nicer to look at than normal stuff. I don't particularly like this carburetor, and the fuel has to go. So I'd rather it go in for an SU this way. And I'm going to make my own exhaust manifold because, well, again, we can get some more horsey power out of this bad boy. And that can go bugger off somewhere else. And then, yeah, we just got that one left to do. Hopefully this comes off. Oh, come on. Don't make me get a screwdriver. Don't make me do it. Just don't do it. Oh, yeah, baby. So we got a little flange. And then we're going to have pipe out like this. And a pipe and pipe. Maybe I'll join these two together. I don't know, we'll see. And then out. I could join two pipes together and have like a fat pipe into a fin. But yeah, with this sort of thing, I don't really like to draw it because drawing pipes is a bit of a pain in the balls, especially you can't see if you have to do a different bend or radius or anything. So I normally just get over loads of bends and then sort of piece it bit by bit together, and we'll hopefully end up with a exhaust manifold. Well, we'll if not, I'll be going online and buying one. So somewhere around here is a flange. No idea where, but this is my pipes, my collectors, and then I think this is my main bit. And we'll just then get the same sort of radiuses here, same sort of bends. Do like that, probably like something like that. Oh, that's getting building up something already. That. Yes, that's obviously, this is where you keep your flanges, you see. Yeah, obviously, why would you not put it up there? Well, I'll take this back over to the car, just like that. And you can come back over as well. Flange! Now where's the flange? I've lost the flange again. Oh, flange is there. It's already on there. Right, so we've got this. That isn't far from it, really. That's pretty good. And we'll be almost half tempted to just tack that straight on. Just square off our ends. It's the first one, so you can go into the flange. Like so. I got part of this hammer is probably 10 years older than me, and I don't have much more. I need to get an anvil. I haven't got one yet. So today the record device is the anvil, and yeah, just gonna have to use a bit of tapping. End, and she looks like pretty tight. So when I go in there, I can then weld this in, tack it onto that. I can also weld the inside, and then I will Dremel it out and port it, so it's sort of smoothie, goosey smoothie. And then yeah, boom. So, bear it off. File in there. I'll probably take a little bit more off, maybe dent it in a bit once I've tacked it. And that's ready to go. So now I've just got to clean the faces. glue it together. Zap, 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 zap. Okay, where's the flange? Where's the flange? Let's just pretend that's square. I'll do the rest by eye and just so you can understand what I'm doing. Let's just build that out with a couple of little spaces like that. Oh, there we are. Now so I can rest now, can't I? And then I need to put a little bit under there. Oh, look at that. It just happens to be there. Beautiful stuff. And that's there. It's pretty good. She sort of suspended it this way around now because I couldn't get it to do it properly before. Well, let's just hot glue gun this together. Probably put some gloves on. Probably put some gloves on. And some heat as well. That's it. Don't be afraid to play with your knobs halfway through. Still need more heat, but that's okay for packing. These are definitely welding gloves, chaps. Right, let's see what it looks like. Oh, covered in oil as well. That's what you need, isn't it? So you got an idea now. Kind of there, you can see where I need to do a little whoopsie in there. And then she comes out at quite a nice angle. I think that's pretty good. Okay, you can kind of see what I'm going to be trying to achieve here. Quickly ram it up tight so I can then start working out exactly what angles to put in. And I'm just really, really basically cheating here. Doing this one hand is always fun as well, isn't it? So yeah, let's get it on there like that. I've got some VSCC socket, long socket, to bring that in nice and tight so I can have another look at the angle. And we're taking it back off again. But I have had somewhat of a bathtub moment. And also, I can't lose the flange. Look, it's well and truly stuck to this. Where are we? My bathtub moment is I've cut one of the collectors in two. And I'm going to then hack around with this and make a 3-piece collector. I really hope you call these collectors. We're just going to go with that, okay? And then, yeah, boom. So we're going to have that instead. And then the 2 center exhaust exits are going to be one big one tapered in to the 3rd part of the selector collector. Yeah, you can't see what I'm on about, can you? So gather round. So first things first, as well. Do a little tracey around it with a pen. Need a pen? Got a pen. So, approximately, this is vague because it's going to take a bit of a while. But we'll go like this, I think. It's nice and, wow, yeah, pretty inaccurately do that. That'll give me an idea where we're going to cut it. Should put that in the vise, so don't judge me. This is it finished. Well, yeah, pretty finished. I've obviously grind it down a bit more. And then obviously this needs to be welded all the way around. But yeah, I mean, fingers crossed that'll work. It's got some good flow. I mean, that doesn't feel restrictive at all, so that's good. And then I'll get like a piece like this, a bigger bit, and that'll go in there. Yeah. Like that. And then tap around the sides, seam welded. And then my favourite word, flange. I'll make a flange to go on the end. So you can have a detachable exhaust, whether you want a silencer, no silencer, straight pipe, but it's all be attached here as the manifold comes up. Okay, so I've cut these down to the right length, I think, and this one obviously into hopefully the right angle to dangle for it to get over there. But now I need to select the next 2, 3, 4 pipes to go in and then join up to the manifold. And there's a secret that we use here, and it's I'll show you quickly. You get a little bit of metal and you go like this, okay? Can you hear that? Well, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. I'll do that again for you. Yeah, there you go. So that's one. So we go this. Oh, and crack that in there. And, oh, just by magic, it's the right bend. You've got your little measure strip, and then your phone. You're gonna work out how much you need to cut off the other bit. And you see, my measuring stick doesn't exactly have millimeters on it. I don't even know where that's from. Amazing. But I know there's that much I need to have longer than that pipe onto this pipe. If that makes any sense. I don't think it does. I can't hear what I'm saying. So I'm going to just say, bugger it, let's go for it. I'll cut off a little bit too. Try not to cut a little bit too much off. There we go. Boom. So I did a little quick slicey off the end with the grinder. Square enough, I'd say that. There's no gap on here. This is pretty hot. This is hot stuff. Hot stuff. Well, and just by magic, a little bit of fettling here and there. We're probably going to just tack that in, right? We'll get there in a minute. 1 minute. We'll just do this. Be patient. Be patient. Oh, perfect. Put that back in there. Like that, lad. Put that back in there, like that. And now we're going to just line it back up again. I don't know why it's always a hair, sorry about that. Line they back up again, and then see where I go. Okay, tacked on. Key note to add is I drained this tank about a month ago and left the cap off, and there's no fuel at all in there. And there's no fuel in that engine, and there's no fuel anywhere. Don't make that mistake. That'll be bad. Like that. Yeah, while you were gone, I've been cracking on. So we've got it welded up to the flange, and your main pipe, because obviously I didn't need to do any welding with that other than on the end. I then squared off my little pipe from over there a minute ago, and then I've welded that, seamed it all the way around and also onto the manifold. So as you can see, you shouldn't really be able to see where I've done it. That was the whole point, because I'm not TIG welding this, and I'm just MIGging it, and I want it to look older and like it potentially was sand, and I don't want it to look like it's been made out of a load of tubes, which it will do anyway, but I don't want to see I don't visually want to see these welds sticking up. So I use various coarse objects and spinny things and very coarse again. I went into the box of abrasion and found a couple of these things on drills. I basically just kept going until it was perfectly smooth, and then this will all be painted satin black because stainless is offensive. It sounds nice sometimes, but it's offensive. So coming closer. That's it, have a look. So yeah, you can see, I think it's here, that little light, darker patch maybe. But somewhere along here I welded it, and then I've just gone round and round, took off all of that weld, and yeah, once I sanded the rest of this, oh yeah, so it's obviously welded in now on the flange. Once I sanded the rest of that, and painted it satin black, it'll be quite nice and dull, and should look racy and hopefully sound good. And bring it in like that, like a nice curve, like a wave, I guess, like coming under and in. But yeah, no idea. I think I'm going to cut 2 pipes together, weld them down the seam, and then taper them in to then a pipe that comes around like that. We've still got a fair selection of different bendy wendies, so I guess, yeah, we'll get there. Right hand side pipe of the centre section. One of these is going to be the left hand. I'm just going to bring it in to probably cut a section out of this. Square them both up, cut the section out, cut this F up completely square and bring that in and weld it in on this bend. So it looks like the bend goes like this and then just widens. I don't want it to, it'll look weird otherwise. So slicey, bendy, boom. Using a range of some saucy techniques, some of which might not even be able to be suitable for viewers. I've basically hollowed out this pipe, hollowed out that pipe, cut it on the bend, and squared them off. So that should make now one large tapered center section for my exhaust manifold. Can you see what I mean? Can you see what I mean? So one bit to the other bit. Yep. And we just sort of are gonna smidge this back together, and then it'll be ground flush, so it'll end up looking like one, or hopefully like one piece that came out of the womb in the same as it is now, rather than what it actually is, which is a bit of Frankenstein. But yeah, so just like that, it's welded. I decided to keep the grooves in, so I've obviously ground it flush again, like I said before, but I wanted it to look like 2 pipes into a square flange, so that's why that looks like that. But yeah, I'm happy with that, nice and square, perfect, ready to go welded to the manifold. And the manifold. So now you can see what it's going to look like. So that will go on like that, welded up, and then this pipe here is then obviously going to be joined in with a link pipe into here. And then that is it. I've now got a complicated task as it goes like this, and then like that, and then into this bend. So I'm going to try and use this and the pen, and we're going to then just do the angles by eye and notch it, and fingers crossed it'll work. So I'll just grab my pen, and I'll just grab my pen, which is just here, and you have to bear with me for the next 2 hours while I try and work this out. It is pretty much there now, look, so I'll seam it up. And look at that, oh yes. That is exactly what I was like looking for. What a crazy looking thing. Look at that. Okay, darlings, it's time to now seam weld this. Seam all that up. Grind it down, seam with that, grindy. The only problem I will have is smoothing it off underneath the pipe work, because I don't want to dismantle this now. I could probably take that off, cut off my tacks, take it off, seam it, put it back on. It's in such a good spot right now. I'm not going to risk it. I'll just be fettling away for a bit longer. Let's go. You might want to, go get a cup of tea. Yeah, you might want to go get a glass of wine or something stronger. See you in about 5 hours. Okay, sometimes it's the old ways. that are the best ways. I can't quite get into this corner bit. So using this file that again is probably about 10 years older than me, I'm going to try and sand this back. So yeah, come back in like 5 hours, another 5 hours. It's probably a round curved half moon long file, but it's probably got a name like the Clevedon file or something, but no one knows. So we'll get in there, you can get in there. Whoa, yeah, that's the money shot right there. Am I allowed to say that? Or is that, has that got certain connotation? Oh, I don't know. Okay, this is the shot. Oh, God, it's hard work. We'll do this. Come back to me in, yeah, 5 hours. 5 hours. We're finished. Come here. That is naughty. Come on back. Okay, hope you enjoyed the slow-mo there. I thought I'd talk you round. I'll show you round and talk at the same time is what I meant to say. Yeah, so this is all finished. I quite like the fact you can still see as a tube there and it goes square. I think that sort of gives it a little bit of a, I don't know, a bit more of a zingy thing. And then this is where I've had to just hand file, which took forever, obviously. And then under there. There you go. And then, yeah, I mean, this is, I'm proper happy. I think it looks cool. I like that angle. It's like, whoop, 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 and then whoop, whoop, whoop. Looks cool from the side. Sort of looks good. Yeah, I'm happy. And then, so it's not finished. This will have to be seam welded a little bit, and like there. And then I just spray it black. It'll be satin black. But for now, I think we're good. And it's a wrap. Thank you for watching the first YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to capture how impressed you are. Ta-ra!